Welcome to show 40 of the Cloth Diaper Podcast. Today we're talking about fitted diapers with Heather from Lilly Frank Diapers. Lilian Frank is a BC-based cloth diaper company. She makes her diapers out of her home studio with the help of a few friends. The Cloth Diaper Podcast is a somewhat regular show dedicated to everything cloth diapering. We talk with cloth diaper brands, manufacturers, reps, retailers, and parents from around the world. Welcome back. I am so excited for the third show of 2020 and to really have my boots on the ground and going. My name is Bailey. I am a mama of two and the host of the Cloth Diaper Podcast. If you've never met me before or you don't follow me online, go find me at Cloth Diaper Podcast. The Cloth Diaper Podcast is a place where we talk about cloth diapering, not only about the basics, but other bigger overarching topics that come through. If there's something that you want to talk about, feel free to reach out whenever. Cloth diapering is a weird, crazy passion of mine. My kids are no longer in diapers, but I did spend the last 3 to 4 years writing about cloth diapers, doing videos about cloth diapers, and just everything cloth diaper. How many times can you say cloth diaper in a sentence before it's getting a little bit crazy? In this journey of cloth diapering, I have developed a couple, cloth diaper celebrities in my head. So, people who own cloth diaper stores or brands who you admire because they are just doing an amazing job killing it. One of these people is Heather. Heather has joined me today on the Cloth Diaper Podcast to share her story as the mama behind Lilian Frank. And I'm a little bit starstruck, to be honest, and was thrilled to receive her email slide into my inbox about wanting to be on the show and talk about her brand. We recorded this episode back in November of 2019, and I can't wait for you to listen. Enjoy. So you, Heather Seguin, you have Lillian Frank Diapers, and you're based in Langley, right?
Yes, we are.
10 years ago, your sister just brought diapers over one day when you had a 4-month-old. I just decided, hey, I'm going to start cloth diapering from there. If I did that to my sister, she would be like, you're nuts.
Well, maybe that was kind of like after the whole, with our first, we kind of like got introduced to the whole, like we had our babies with the midwives. And then after that, I started thinking about like just more like organic and natural and just kind of thinking about all of those things that you may have thought about before, but to another level now, because now you have this like tiny human being, right? So
it's kind of crazy how that happens.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. You're like, why? This was because you take care of yourself. So you think you would think about it for just own self-care. But it's really when I had at least my first child that all of that stuff kind of really started surfacing and I started really just thinking about it. So so my sister kind of just popped in and she brought some like pockets. I think it was like some fuzzy buns and I had a couple, maybe it was like a Bon Genius. So she just started showing me and I had never like seen cloth diapers before. I hadn't been thinking about it prior, but she showed me and I was like immediately interested because I love the fact that it was like natural. Mm-hmm. That was my first thing. And then my next thing was just like, oh, you can reuse these, you can wash them. And so just also the environmental factors.
Pretty awesome to have your sister like on board on your team for it.
It is. Yeah. It is definitely nice when you get into it. If you have like a close friend or a sister who is cloth diapering and you guys can like harsh geek out about it together.
Well, and that's why I think, right, we see like you have a Facebook community, right? And a lot of brands have Facebook communities as these great spaces.
Yes. And so so moms will come, they'll post pictures of their diapers arriving. And I remember that feeling so well. And pictures of their babies wearing them. And it's also, we like chat about other stuff. It's actually a really great little place in there. But yeah, it's nice when you have that group of people who share that common interest.
Yeah. So from pocket diapers, were you a seamstress before diapers, before babies, or self-taught seamstress?
I am a self-taught seamstress. Yes.
That is the name of the game. I don't think I've talked to any work-at-home mamas who were previously seamstresses. It's just kind of something that they, I don't know, find in motherhood, oddly.
No, self-taught. That as far as like technical sewing education goes, but the internet has so much to offer in resources and teaching. Anything you basically want to learn, you can go and start looking up. And that's basically how I learned to sew cloth diapers, was strictly self-taught YouTube videos and looking stuff up on the internet.
Even 10 years ago, 2010.
Yes, I know, right? I even think about like computers back then. I'm like, wow, what was it like to search that stuff?
Why did you explore that then? Like, why was that something you decided to do?
It kind of evolved over time, as cloth diapering does. So we started out with pockets, and that worked really well and stuff. And we didn't dive in fully to cloth diapering like 100% right away. It took a little while for me to get my husband on board, because he's like, okay, I wasn't expecting this. Just kind of came out of left field, but he did, eventually get there. So we did cloth part-time, and with the pocket diapers, I couldn't quite find something that worked really well at night for us. Mm-hmm. So we kind of did like half and half. So it wasn't until I was expecting my third baby that I found the world of fitteds online, because I would cruise there's all sorts of different places. It was Diaper Swappers at the time. Do you remember that? Is that still open?
I don't think so.
Okay. So I'm that old. I was that long ago when Diaper Swappers was a thing, and you would go there. But yeah, I found fitteds, and I found newborn fitteds, and because we never cloth diapered right from the beginning with our previous children.
That's about 7 years, 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
Yeah. So I sewed my first diaper when Autumn was 5 months old.
Okay.
So I found fitteds, tried a couple different like little brands and stuff. Most of them were out of the States. Yeah. And I heard about wool, and I was like, okay, what's this whole thing? So I was like, I'm not sure about that, but I bought some little wool covers, but I still kept all my pull diapers just in case. And so we started cloth diapering with fitteds and wool, and I was totally in love. It took it to another level for me. They were just really, really cute. And with the wool and with the fitteds, we could finally cloth diaper at nighttime. So with the sewing, that came about because I could only find fitted cloth diaper brands in the States.
Yeah, not a lot of options.
No, there weren't a lot of options in Canada. So I kind of poked around, and I did find a few WAMs, but the wait lists were like really long. Yeah. And Autumn was my only slender baby, but she was a little baby. She had like little no bum, little no thighs. Like she was tiny. So finding a fitteds, because fitteds, they're a good size. They can be a bigger diaper.
So that's why you've got the petite, hey?
Yes. So that's where the petite came in, because I could only find one brand that worked. But yeah, more or less it was a combination of, I was like, hey, these wait lists are long. Autumn's kind of a hard fit. Maybe I could make her cloth diapers. And so that's kind of what started that.
Okay, that's a little bit crazy. So how old is Autumn right now?
She'll be 7 in March.
Okay, because I was thinking I've owned a couple of your diapers like secondhand, and they are really good quality. So for somebody who just learned to sew 7 years ago, and that would have been, I had owned a diaper 3 years ago. So 4 years in, like that's an incredible skill to have learned, Heather. That
was a portion of the passion behind it, the sewing, because when I started doing it, and then I realized how much I loved doing it. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and then when I started sewing, I would literally put my kids to bed, put Autumn to bed, and then I would come downstairs in my basement and I would just sew and practice and practice. And I liked it so much. And I knew that there was not a lot of fitted options in Canada. I basically was just like, okay, if you practice enough, you get to a place where people might like to buy these type things.
So what made you decide to go from making them for Autumn to selling them at Lilian Frank?
I would say that came from, for me, once I had switched over to fitteds, it was finally a space where I was able to cloth diaper 100% of the time. I really loved the way that fitteds worked. And I just thought that other moms would enjoy this type of diaper too. So there's all sorts of different cloth diapers. They're all wonderful in their own ways. They serve all sorts of families and work for all sorts of different people. But for me, I was like, this is its own kind of cloth diaper. And I feel like other people would really maybe love it too. And I enjoyed it so much. For me, it was the prints and the designs. I enjoyed that aspect of it so much that to me, it just took the enjoying cloth diaper to another level. Like it made you want to do it because you had these really super cute little diapers that you could put on your baby.
Yeah. So here you are 7 years later. You don't even have a kid in diapers anymore.
No,
You're still making diapers, still out of the basement. You have a couple of seamstresses or one seamstress who helps you out right now?
No, we're actually a team of 4.
Oh, 4. Okay, yeah. So I definitely haven't checked in recently.
No, it's 4 almost. The only person who doesn't work full-time is Jen, but Colleen is our full-time seamstress. And then we have Lori, who's also full-time. She does all the assembling. She helps me. She writes all the orders. She helps me with shipping. Jen is almost full-time. She does all of our snapping. We hand press all of our snaps. So that is a full-time job in itself.
That seems to be a common job description for a lot of brands.
Yes.
Snapper. Yeah. One person who snaps all the diapers. Yeah.
Does all the snapping. And then there's me who obviously works full time, but I'm in production and I still do all the serging and I actually really like it. It's been my last one that I'm not ready to hand over because it's something that I find it very therapeutic to be at my now industrial sewing machine and sit there and sew. But as I move towards hoping to get out to go and teach more and educate more, I might have to finally hand that over. But for now, it's still mine.
That's really amazing that you now have a staff of pretty much 4 full-time. And yourself? No, 4 with yourself.
It's 4 with myself. Yeah.
Yourself. And that ensures that, because I was on your website and it looks like you actually have a lot of diapers in stock.
Yeah. So that was one of when I started the business, I wanted to be able to create a store. We could sew enough and produce enough that people would be able to go. And if they wanted to purchase, if they wanted to build a whole stash in that very second, they could. But to always have some product in stock, because if you want something and you go to the store and it's not there, that's kind of.
Yeah. And honestly, it's been a struggle when it comes to looking at fitted cloth diapers. Has been like, I don't have a lot of patience for waiting. So it's really nice to see that you have product in store. Like you just go to lilianfrank.com and buy a diaper. And so you've got 4 sizes now. You've introduced a toddler, a 1 size, a petite, and a newborn.
Yes, I know. It's funny because it's like 1 size, but is it really? No, not really. It's kind of, we have the 4 sizes because obviously newborns, they just fit tiny baby. You have to have them. And then the petite, those are for our slender, like our more lean babies, like how Autumn was. She wore those right to potty learning, like the whole, 2.5.
So it's like a 1 size fits most small diaper kind of?
Yeah. So that's a good, so it has the fold over rise like the 1 size and the toddler. So you can adjust the rise and the fit as your baby grows, but it is an overall smaller cut. So it's an inch shorter in the rise than our 1 size. And it has shorter wings. So it's just a smaller, trimmer fit.
And then the classic 1 size shape. And then you've introduced a toddler. And what's that weight range? 20, so 20.
Yeah. The weight range on that one is 20 to 60 pounds. Okay. So we made that one for our babies with longer rises, our toddlers, our children, young children who are still potty learning that are a little bit older and stuff. So
I would have had a 20-pounder by 6 months. So that would have been right. So that sounds like a better choice. Oh yeah. I make beast of children.
Oh, do you? Yeah. See, Autumn, my other 2 were super chubby, but she threw me for a loop. She was 20 pounds at a year.
Oh yeah. Okay. See, it's just like some children crazy on what they decide to grow or what they don't decide to grow. So looking at all these diapers, most of them, you also have the choice between serged and turned. I am often as a consumer confused about what that means to me. Like, how do I know which one I need? Does it matter?
It all basically comes down to preference on that one. So a Serged diaper is basically we take the layers of the diaper and we use a machine called a serger. And what it does is it cuts the fabric and it loops a thread edge on the edging at the same time. Okay. So you have that thread edge all the way around. It creates kind of a nice little ruffle. And then the thread has a little pop of color or it's blended in. The turn diapers is basically you sew the diaper right sides together, then you flip it inside out and the elastics go in the second stage of that one. But then it's basically top stitched. So it has a smooth fabric edge. Some people, I do find that the turn diapers are maybe the Serged diapers are the trimmest for sure. But some people love turned because the thread sometimes on the Serged, they don't, like if babies have maybe really chubby thighs or when they really start to move and they're learning to walk, it can rub a bit. So sometimes they'll just opt for the turn. And sometimes people just pick them purely on the aesthetics of what that diaper looks like and what they prefer.
So there's not a whole lot of rhyme or reason, just sometimes there is.
It's basically just the turn it's a softer edge, but both work exactly the same.
Okay. So how do I know if I need just a regular fitted or a hybrid?
Actually, the only thing that differs in each design is in the shell. The inserts are the same and the boosters are the same. So fitteds have organic bamboo fleece sewn into the shell, which is the absorbent material that we use in our diapers. And then hybrid has a polyester fleece in the shell, which acts like a mild liquid barrier. So when the liquid hits it, the pee hits it, it kind of just disperses it a bit and makes it so that the shell, the outer one, doesn't get damp as fast. Okay. So it just it can buy you a little bit more time before the diaper actually feels damp.
That's really useful for people who like wool full time.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, both fitteds work well with wool too. So and the fitteds are actually, even though they can get damp in the wet zone faster because they don't have that dispersing thing, they're actually more absorbent than a hybrid because polyester fleece is not absorbent. Bamboo fleece is. So That's why for our OBV diapers for nights, where we always make them fitted because they are the most absorbent material to use.
Okay. That makes a little bit of sense for sure. I've always wondered why, the plethora of options when it comes to fitted diapers can feel a little bit dizzying, but that's why people can just message you on your website, right? Or drop into your group to find out. I'm sure that you've got lots of people who can help support you in finding a diaper that works. Hey?
Yes. So we have our Facebook chat has lots of files and videos and lots of mamas who are seasoned in fitted diapers and are always eager to help someone who is new.
All the products that you make here, what's your favorite one to make?
Mine is the printed fitted diaper or any kind of fitted diaper. I just really love how those materials go through my machine and they are the floppiest, softest diaper you'll ever feel. They're just... Are
you responsible for picking out all these prints and finding the matching inner colors here?
Yeah, so I look for the prints and designs online and I'm kind of just keeping in mind as I'm building, kind of pre-seeing what they would look like in the end. But yes, I pick all the fabrics and then the fabrics are cut here into diapers and then my team pulls CVs and snap thread and then we we sometimes work together on it just with the picking and just to get the design finalized.
Yeah, as people are listening somewhere randomly, I'm just on Lilian Frank's website and she has done some really great jobs here. Like your color combos are nice. I like it.
Yeah, thank you. That is definitely an aspect of the job that I really enjoy is picking the fabrics. And then we put a lot of time and thought to which thread and which snap is going to complement each print and design the nicest.
You can definitely tell. Definitely tell. All right. So what about absorbency when it comes to your diaper? So I see that some of them, when you go to order, you can order just a diaper or you need to also order a booster. For a regular daytime, just a diaper and nighttime for a booster?
Yeah, so we put the booster option there because just, babies output, some kids are heavy wetters, some kids are, the output is less. So the option is there for the heavy wetting babies, or if you want to add a booster to your diaper that's just going to match that you want to use for night. So for me with Autumn, she never needed to use a booster during the day. She just always wore the cloth diaper. And then we would use the booster, for instance, if we were like going out to the park or naps or bedtime type thing. We also have tons of customers who like to use the booster with every single diaper change. So many of them will opt to always buy the matching booster just to have it there.
Oh yeah, because the booster has a little bit of the print on it, hey?
Yeah, we do the print on. You can also order just velour topped if you don't want the print, or you can order the print topped.
So what you're saying is I can customize anything I want.
Yeah.
Lilian Frank.
Just wait, if you dipped into like our fabric groups and yeah, we have our fabric groups where it's like custom ordering in like a group setting. And we also have, you can send in your own fabric and have a diaper made if there's something that's really, just resonates with you and you want to have a diaper made in a specific print. We've made all sorts of special things for families. So
the sky is the limit, hey?
It really is. Yeah, we do have definitely a few options for our customers when they're building their diaper stashes.
Where can people shop with you, find you on Facebook? What is all those details if you're listening?
Yeah, so we have a couple different spots. You can find us on Instagram. We do quite a few posts there. We do giveaways there. And that is at lily.and.frank. We have our Facebook business page, Lilian Frank. We have our chat group on Facebook. Oh yeah, we also have, I wanted to talk about, we have a buy sell trade. So on Facebook, because I really believe in trying to reuse items. And I built my whole cloth diaper stash mostly on pre-loved diapers. So I think it's really important. We have that. I promote that. So we have our buy sell trade on Facebook. It's a great place to, if you just want to try one at first, you're not sure, you don't want to buy brand new, that is a great way to try before you buy new, if you want to go that route, or build a whole stash with secondhand, Mm-hmm. So there's that. And then our fabric group. So we have multiple places on Facebook where you can find us. And then of course our website at, it's just lilyandfrank.com.
Yeah. If you're on Facebook, if you write Lily ampersand Frank, I guess you'll come across the buy sell trade and the chat groups. I definitely enjoyed I found Lillian Frank diapers secondhand here in town and I really enjoyed it. And so it was nice to be able to try a product to see if it met my needs.
Yes.
And then I didn't have any, like sometimes I know I've bought diapers from other brands and then I spent a ton of money on it and it didn't work. And then I had a little bit of resentment. So it's always great.
Yeah. Yes. And we always like encourage with new customers too. I always say, I'm like, just try, if you're unsure, I'm always here and happy to answer any questions that customers have regarding fit, absorbency, materials. But it's like, just try one, just try one petite. Try one size, see how you like the fit, see how you like the absorbency, try another.
Yeah. And then
once you'll develop your own preference and then you can build from there.
Yeah. Some people really love that fitted lifestyle. And it seems to be something that had worked out really well for you with Autumn. And it's funny to hear that you came into fitted diapers after your 2 children on your 3rd. So.
I know. It is funny how it evolved over time like that. And that was the one, because it was 3 children, because with fitteds, the people always ask us, do you have to use a cover? And the answer is yes and no. Like, yes, a cover is needed. Yeah, right. Yes.
That's my least favorite thing about cloth diaper. The answer is always yes and no.
I know, yeah, because they're so cute. They're like, wow, I just want to put a t-shirt on my baby and I want them to just run around with that cute little bum showing. I'm like, of course, they are absorbent enough that you can do that. And that's why we have pictures of all sorts of babies just wearing cloth diapers and no cover on them, because they are able to go coverless for a period of time.
Yeah.
So yes, you don't need a cover all the time, but you do need a cover for naps, bedtime, long car rides. You know, if you're going out in a place where you need it to be waterproof 100%, you need a cover. But there's many babies living their best lives in just a diaper and no cover, or, you know, at home and outside in the warm weather.
The unknowns. Do whatever works for you, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That was such a starstruck moment for me to be able to chat with Heather on the phone about her cloth diapering journey. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and go check out her brand. She makes a top-notch, amazing product that I think anybody would love to own or have or try or whatever those words are. If you're looking for the show notes for today's episode, they can always be found at clothdiaperpodcast.com. This particular episode is /show-40, or find me on Instagram or Facebook and just ask. The Cloth Diaper Podcast is a independent podcast. We are online at clothdiaperpodcast.com, like I mentioned, and our stories are fueled by people like you. So if you would like to be on the Cloth Diaper Podcast, feel free to send me a message, a DM, but specifically an email, and we can hook that up. I can't wait for the next series of shows, and I'll see you next week or the week after. Bye.